Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the World of Fandom Fight. I am your host, the King, Kaleb Koho, back again for another Round 2 matchup in the Summer Series tournament. The Hurricane Cain McMillan, who has been dominating in Fandom singles, is back to take on the comeback kid, JD West, who's been having quite the season himself. Here to help me call the match, the Black Lantern, Brooklyn Vail. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
We're doing just well. We're recording this on a Monday night, so it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be interesting. I think Kane's last performance was as a knockout, and then JD being able to go down to the wire with James White. So I imagine this is going to be a little stressful for JD going into this. But yeah, let's see if this Cinderella story will continue its run.
Absolutely. Either Cain is going to go 4-0 in singles this season with a win, or JD turns around, gets his third consecutive win in Fandom this season after coming back from an 0-3. So this is going to be a really great match either way. Let's hear what these two guys have to say right now in promo.
Okay. Obviously, a lot of people are counting me into not winning this match. I mean, one kid going up against the freaking beast of a natural disaster. But I live in Texas. I deal with hurricanes all the time. Let's get this.
Cain.
Yeah.
Who are we playing?
The guy who somehow knocked out Ryan.
Well, that's not hard to believe because you were partnered with him and you could have KO'd him as being your teammate. Listen, JD, you're right. Everybody is counting you out, including yourself. You should not be here. You are gifted this opportunity. Enjoy it. You'll go on another losing streak after Cain dismantles you, and then you'll get another retirement match, and maybe you can prove that you're actually good at Fandom again, like you did against Ryan. But tonight's not your night. Sorry, buddy. And I don't care where you live. It doesn't matter. Cain's taking this victory. Cain, you have anything to say about JD?
Yeah, I lived in Texas too, and I never saw a hurricane, so I don't know what that has to do with anything. But
yeah, so enjoy losing to Cain and another win for the Fellowship.
Strong words from the Fellowship. JD looking to just go the distance again, prove that he is the upset kid, I guess. But Cain is strong, and Cody is not afraid to run his mouth when it comes to Cain or anyone in his faction. What are your thoughts, Brooklyn?
I was good to see JD try to brave the weather. Plus, the Fellowship being a cocky selves, being like JD doesn't even deserve to be here. He isn't even doubting himself. So just making him eat his own words.
Absolutely. But with that, I think it's time to get into this with the proper introductions. Introducing first, coming to the ring with a record of 2 wins and 3 defeats, he is the Brawler, JD West. Sorry.
He just attacked his microphone? What happened?
My God. Okay. And his opponent, representing Ragnarok and the Fellowship, and coming to the ring with a record of 3 wins, 2 defeats with 1 knockout. He is the Hurricane, Cain McMillan. All right, folks, you've been here before. Round 1 works like this. You're going to get 10 questions worth 1 point apiece from 10 different areas within the realm of Fandom fights. Should you get all 10 questions correct, you'll be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge. Rule any questions as we get into round number 1.
no.
All right, then we will get right into it with your first question, which comes in the category of the MCU. The MCU. Nico, I don't care if it's a multiverse, it is the MCU. Who directed Captain Marvel?
Before we even get into this question, can we dock points from the Fellowship for dabbing, a trend that is somehow even worse than planking?
See, I would love to do that, but Cody would yell at me. 5.
I mean, Cody yells at everybody, so you're not a special one in that case.
Repeat.
1. That is JD's first repeat of the match in the category of the MCU. Who directed Captain Marvel? Captain Marvel. It's all right.
It's great. It gets a lot more shit than it deserved. It was pretty good. I liked it.
You know what else is pretty good? Not the New British Empire. 5.
Oh, love you too, bitch.
3. 2. I wrote 1,000 miles again. 1.
Fuck you! Fuck.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Cade.
I should have studied this. It's a guy and a gal, though.
You are right with the guy in a growl, but I needed the names. JD.
I had the writer. I had Kelly Sue Connick.
Looking for Anna Bowden and Ryan Fleck. Anna Bowden and Ryan Fleck. No perfect rounds here
I
today.
knew Ryan's first name, but I didn't know his last name. So I didn't want to leap out and be wrong.
All right, guys. Question number 2 is going to come from the category of Jurassic Park. In The Lost World of Jurassic Park, Roland Tembo's 2 conditions for leading Ludlow's operation were being in command and what else?
Can you repeat? You kind of broke up there.
Absolutely. Yeah. In the category of Jurassic Park, in The Lost World, Jurassic Park, Roland Tembo's 2 conditions for leading Ludlow's operation were being in command and what else? Notice how I put the emphasis on the correct syllable.
I appreciate that. This is my 3rd favorite Jurassic Park movie upon rewatching it.
This is my 0 favorite because I have not seen any of the Jurassic Park franchise.
Change that right now. 5.
Nah,
4,
fam.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with JD.
He's still writing.
I was going to say be terminally ill.
That's incorrect. And Kane.
It's killing a T-Rex.
That is correct for a point. All right, your third question. Third question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. Scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Aladdin? Have you seen the new one yet?
No, but I can show you a world.
Is it new or is it old?
Shining, shimmering, and splendid.
5.
I'm getting.
Or I'm not interested in
Chicago.
I'm not interested in the back of your van. 5.
Ooh.
4. 3.
It's actually
2,
a Ford Focus.
1. That's worse. Heads down. We're gonna go to Kane.
It's Alan Menken.
That is correct for a point. And JD.
Alan Menken.
That is correct for a point. He's on the board.
All right, question number 4 comes to the category of District of Columbia. Just kidding, DC.
Darn it.
DC films. In 1989's Batman, where does Bruce Wayne actually go after he tells Vicky Vail he's out of town? I'm gonna get this right out of the water. Vicky Vail is not my cousin. Spelled entirely different, V-A-L-E as opposed to V-A-I-L.
I think she would say the same thing. 5. 4. 3.
Repeat.
2. Oh,
That
JD
is
going his
his
second
second.
repeat.
Absolutely. Category of DC, the question is, in 1989's Batman, where does Bruce Wayne actually go after he tells Vicky Vail he's out of town? What's the hate on Vails? You know, we're a good species. We're a good clan.
You're a proud clan.
We make mean sandwiches. We make
Mean sandwiches, terrible at release dates, and definitely good at hosting. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Pens down. We'll start with JD.
Joker's Lair.
That is incorrect. And Kane.
I said the Batcave.
Also incorrect. Looking for Crime Alley. Crime Alley. Or the alley where his parents died, because they don't actually call it Crime Alley. I would have taken either. All right. Your 5th question comes in the category of fandom quotes. Fandom quotes. What Studio Ghibli film features the line, "Airplanes are beautiful, cursed dreams, waiting for the sky to swallow them up"?
Studio Ghibli once again rearing its ugly head into fandom fights.
I will say, this is a very beautiful line.
This is a very beautiful line.
No, it isn't a beautiful line. Anything that comes out of Eli McKegg's mouth. 5.
How
4,
dare you
3.
That's just a
tarnish Fandom
2,
TV Champion's mouth?
1. Pens down. We're going to go to Kane first.
I said the wind rises.
That is correct for a point. And JD?
I said Spirited Away.
Unfortunately, incorrect.
All right, gentlemen. Your 6th question comes from Disney live action. Your question is, in Cool Runnings, what country convinces Irv Blitzer to come out of retirement to coach their bobsled team?
This is a softball.
This is what we like to call in Canada an empty netter.
You should like that Cool Runnings. You know when Caleb's seen something for like the first time recently, or something like he hasn't seen in a while.
Fair. I have not seen this in about 2 years, but I still love it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to JD.
Finland.
That's incorrect. And Kane.
Maybe Jamaica.
Jamaica is correct for another point.
I was thinking rival team.
Oh, all right. Your submission is in the category of Star Wars, going to a galaxy far, far away. Who is the only notable Jedi thus far to have died from natural causes in the Star Wars saga?
Hey, did you hear Christian Harloff didn't get invited to Galaxy's Edge?
You know what? I think I heard a grumbling about that. Something about Jedi Council's not going to talk about it now.
I don't know. I think it's something about a kid getting his cake and not being able to eat it as well. So.
Ooh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we'll go to Kane.
I really like his cousin Yo-Yo Da, but Yoda.
That is correct for a point. And JD.
I had Shmi Skywalker.
That is incorrect. All right.
All right. Next question, gentlemen, comes from Wizarding World. Your question is, what Christmas present does Harry receive that once belonged to his father in the Sorcerer's Stone? Or sometimes referred to as the Philosopher's Stone, depending on the
Listen,
country.
I know you hang out with Ed Sale a lot, but that's just an incorrect title. We live in America. We say Sorcerer's Stone.
Listen. It's not just American. It's international. You have to recognize both titles.
I won't. 5, 4.
You smell like
3,
a lot. Like, you shower.
2,
Do Minnesota have shower?
Pens down. We're going to go to JD.
The invisibility cloak.
That is correct. And Kane.
The Cloak of Invisibility.
That is correct. Another point for Kane. Your penultimate question comes in the category of Star Trek. Star Trek. In 2009 Star Trek, who accuses and testifies that Kirk cheated to pass the Kobayashi Maru test?
Not to be confused with Kobayashi, the famed hot dog eater, to lose to Joey Chestnut in the speed eating competition a few
I
years
really want
ago.
to change my answer to Joey Chestnut.
I really don't know any of those names, and I love it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'd love it if, like, all those people that he said are, like, not real. Kane.
Spock.
That is correct for another point. And JD.
I had Geordie LaForge.
Unfortunately incorrect. All right, Brooklyn, you want to give him their last question?
Yes, last question, 7-2, as we go into the last category of Marvel, not MCU Marvel. In Deadpool 2, who plays Juggernaut? Bitch.
You know what? I'm going to be really disappointed if Dark Phoenix doesn't have Juggernaut show up for 5 seconds just to make the line again.
I don't know what to think about Dark Phoenix. It's like
Not excited.
It's like a peanut butter and banana sandwich. It can go good, but a lot of times it's just overrated and
5,
can be bad.
4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'm not excited. JD.
I'm going to tell you have Ryan Reynolds.
That is correct. And Kane.
Ryan Reynolds.
All right, and at the end of round number 1, Kane holds an 8-3 lead, but anything can happen as we get into round number 2, which is the wheel round. It works like this. You're each going to get a chance to spin from the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. If you like the category you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can spin again if you don't like what you land on, but you are stuck with whatever you land on the second time. You have the option of multiple choice, but it devalues the point down to being only worth 1. Kane, you have all 3 of your repeats. JD, you only have 1 repeat remaining for the rest of the match. Your categories on the wheel tonight are Wizarding World, MCU, Scores and Soundtracks, Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Rocky, Fandom Quotes, and DC. Kane, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to JD?
Let him go first.
Like me or JD?
JD. Let JD go first.
JD, you get to go.
All right, JD, your spin is away, and it lands on Fandom Quotes. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Spin again.
All right, you're stuck with whatever you land on this time, and it lands on Opponent's Choice.
Cody, should we give him Scores or Jurassic? You're muted. Cody.
Yoo-hoo, family.
Yoo-hoo, come
Sorry,
on.
the pleasure of AirPods when you walk away. I was like, oh, it's just JD. I don't have to pay attention.
Jurassic, I can steal probably anything he misses. Scores, I think higher chances he miss, but at the same time, I might
We're
miss.
getting an answer in 5.
You take the strength off. I'd do Jurassic Park because you can just
2,
steal.
Okay,
one.
Jurassic Park.
All right.
That also includes Jurassic World, just to clarify.
And he thought that it was an illness for Roa, so you should have.
All right. I will go ahead and give you your questions in Jurassic Park. JD, your first question in the category of Jurassic Park. How many Jurassic Park films does B.D. Wong appear in?
2.
Is incorrect. Kane, the chance for a 2-point steal. 3 is correct for the 2-point steal. All right, your second question in Jurassic Park, JD. What kind of dinosaur kills the Indominus Rex in Jurassic World?
I think I know, but multiple choice.
Is it A, a T-Rex, B, raptor, C, pterodactyl, or D, mosasaurus?
Mosasaurus.
That is correct for a point. Your third question in Jurassic Park. Who plays Arnold in Jurassic Park?
Multiple choice.
Is it A? Shut the fuck up. Is it A, Wayne Knight, B, Samuel L. Jackson, C, Bob Peck, or D, Richard Attenborough?
Richard Attenborough.
It'd be Samuel L. Jackson.
That is correct for the 1-point steal. All right, your fourth question, JD, in the category of Jurassic Park. What U.S. city does Ludlow plan to build a new Jurassic Park at in the Lost World Jurassic Park?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Los Angeles, B, Chicago, C, San Diego, or D, Miami?
Miami.
San Diego.
Kane with the steal. All right, and your last question in Jurassic Park, JD. Who directed Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom?
I think I know, but multiple choice.
Is it A, Brad Bird, B, Colin Trevorrow, C, J.A. Bayona, or
Colin
D,
Trevorrow.
That is incorrect. Kane for the 1-point steal.
J.A. Bayona.
That is correct for a 4 for 4 on steals. It is 13-4. We are dangerously in knockout
I think that was
territory.
a correct choice, Kane.
Dangerously in knockout territory. As we bring back the wheel, Kane, your spin is away, and it lands on scores and soundtracks. Would you like to keep or spin again?
Cody, I think this
He
is...
probably can't steal, and
That's what I'm thinking.
You can multiple choice your way through and
Yeah.
knock him out still.
Yeah, let's take it.
All right, Brooklyn, you want to give him his questions in
All right.
scores and soundtracks?
Absolutely. Your first question in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for the first X-Men movie?
The first X-Men movie. I'm not going to go multiple because I don't think he can steal, so I'm going to say John Ottman.
That is incorrect. JD, a chance for a 2-point steal.
Alan Silvestri.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for Michael Kamen or Kamen. I'm not sure.
Michael Kamen.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't Ottman, but...
Your second question in the category of scores and soundtracks. What song does the Beast sing as Belle leaves his castle in 2017's Beauty and the Beast?
A song that Kaleb Koho thinks strongly should have been nominated for Best Original Song, Evermore.
That is absolutely correct for 2 points. Your next question in scores and soundtracks. What musician sings the song Why Should I Worry for Oliver and Company?
Is it Billy Joel?
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question in scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Mary Poppins Returns?
Let's go multiple.
Your options are A, Lin-Manuel Miranda, B, Erwin Kostel, C, Mark Mancina, or D, Mark Scheiman.
B.
That is incorrect. JD, a chance for a 1-point steal.
Can I hear the choices again?
Absolutely. Your options are A, Lin-Manuel Miranda, B, Erwin Kostel, C, Mark Mancina, or D, Mark Scheinman.
C.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for Mark Scheinman. Mark Scheinman.
Yeah, it was 50.
And your final question in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Star Trek First Contact?
Well, it's been fun. First Contact. Let's go with Jerry Goldsmith.
That is correct.
And your winner, by way of knockout, the Hurricane, Cain McMillan. It is Jerry Goldsmith. Another knockout for Cain McMillan this season. He is terrifying, Brooklyn. What a game.
This needs to be on a shirt. Cain or whoever runs the TeePublic website needs to have this on a shirt. You live by the wheel and you die by the wheel. And JD just so happened to die by the wheel. Getting opponent's choice is never good, and Cain got a category that he's pretty good in scores and soundtracks. So, it's the same thing I say every match. You live by the wheel and you die by that wheel.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead. We'll get to some post-match interviews. Cody, take it away.
You don't live by the wheel and you don't die by the wheel. You live and die in round 1, and when you score 3 points and the other person scores 8, you have an uphill battle. And when you get the wheel revealed to you, there's 5 movies. Watch them. They're actually pretty great. But again, this is Cain. There's when I brought him into the Fellowship, I knew he had the potential. And then we became a team, and how we study for stuff is actually showing he's a dominant force. His record never showed it before, and now it's actually showing it now. Yes, everybody can say he got opponent's choice, but again, we didn't know if JD honestly knew some of Jurassic World. They could have been softballs, they could have been anything. We still gave it to him.
They're pretty soft.
They're pretty softballs. So I mean, listen, you got to be able to study the wheel before you come in and play against Cain, because Cain is studying the wheel. So, yeah, I think your next match is against who cares, and I don't know.
It's Lucas.
Monkey, do your job.
It's Lucas and Doman.
Oh gosh! Now, see, this is an interesting scenario. One, I would absolutely love it to be Lucas, because that's a loss for the kingdom. But I actually like Lucas as a person. Doman, on the other hand, wears that little fedora on his head, kind of like Kaleb Koho at times. Wears a suit jacket, acts all cool, does different stuff. I would love you to add him to your list. I think that would honestly be a bigger resume for you, because he's actually turned it around this season. So knocking him off would be a big milestone. So I'm hoping it's Chris Doman.
But there's something satisfying. There's something satisfying with just seeing the kingdom fall.
I know. And it would be a way easier match. So for our purpose, we would love Lucas to be out here. But for our overall warpath that we're on, we would like Doman. So we can.
Someone has to also get redemption for Doman beating Tim,
Yep. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting next round. But, again, Cain, that's 2 KOs. I don't think I need to tell you, Kaleb, what that means in the record books for Fandom. That's a pretty big – I don't think anybody's done back-to-back KOs besides somebody else.
The only person ever to get back-to-back KOs in a 3-round format is Cain McMillan. The only person besides Cain McMillan to have 2 KOs ever is Robert Parker. And he is the only person in Fandom to have 2 KOs in a 3-round format.
Well, congrats, Cain. I know you've been working hard for it, and we've got this tournament, and we're focused on the title picture moving forward in the other one. So I could be predicting that Cain's going for 2 belts by the end of this year. So that's pretty exciting.
Absolutely. So I guess we're done with you until Teams, which is coming up soon. I don't know if you want to talk about playing Blockbuster Video as your first match.
Blockbusters are really nice guys. We have nothing bad to say about them, but we got a taste of a chance at a title. We screwed up strategy, and we're not going to let
sour taste in our mouth.
And we're not going to let that happen again. We are clearing up weaknesses. We are becoming stronger as a team, and we're going for that title. And I don't think Blockbuster has what it takes to stop us. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations on your win. We'll see you in the next round. JD, you didn't play your best today. You had a rough match. How do you feel about your performance?
I did change my strategy because in my original strategy, it was never go for the obvious answer, but some of those answers were pretty obvious, so I have to change that part of my strategy. As for my actual studying, I didn't get as much time to do coming up to this match, so that's probably where I faltered a bit. But yeah, I should have gone with Fandom quotes. Worst case scenario, I multiple choice a few of them. I'm just surprised to be still in this league.
You had a really solid run there. Those 2 games back to back, knocking out Ryan, upsetting James White in round 1. We knew it was a tough one coming up against the Fellowship. They're always just a really tough force to go up against. It just didn't go your way today. Do you have anyone that you think in fandoms?
Yeah, there is one person. When I asked everybody during the Multiplex purge what part of Multiplex I should compete in, I was interested in Nerdgasm, still by the way, but he decided to bring up a rather previous match that I wasn't prepared for at all, so I'm going to take on the Night Fury.
Nico, huh? You have your sights set on Nico. We'll see how Nico fares here in the second round of this tournament. We'll have to see how he does against Sandy. But that might be a match that could potentially happen at some point this season. We'll have to see how it works. But hey, you versus Nico, that could be interesting. But I think that's going to do it for us. We'll throw it out to Brooklyn at the desk for his final thoughts to wrap this one up.
I noticed something in Cain that I don't want to see. Cain's cockiness via Cody is somehow getting through, and I don't want that to happen. Cain's a good kid. He brings something different to the Fellowship. If he gets to be cocky like Cody, he just adds to that same bland formula that Cody loves. So kind of hoping that he doesn't become cocky and stays that true character that I know he is.
Well, as someone who works with Cain every day, he's never changed from the person he is on screen to behind the scenes. But, Cain did come out. He has a reason to be cocky. 2 consecutive knockouts, 4-0 in singles this season, and a team title appearance. He is definitely, I think, a contender for overall player of the year and the front runner for comeback player of the year. He is one of the best players this season. And so he has a little bit of a reason to be cocky. But now he moves on to the quarterfinals, the Elite 8, and potentially facing either Chris Skywalker Doman or the Boston Masshole, Lucas Schilbach. No matter what, that is definitely the hardest matchup he's had so far in this tournament. And I'm very interested to see how he fares. But that's going to do it for us. From Cain, from Cody, from JD, from Brooklyn, I have been Kaleb, and this has been Fandom Fight. We'll see you guys very soon with another round 2 matchup.